Aloha, Rich Halverson here. This is ICS211, summer 2022, and this is the introductory video to get you going in the course. So let me share my screen. And you should log into La Lima, and your course, this course should be there. If it's not there, go up here and click on this, and you should see it here, and click on the star, and then when you close it out, it'll be there. So click on the course, and here we are, and this is the overview. Nothing interesting there. Here's the syllabus, which is important. I'm going to be doing recordings. The recordings for this course, I'm actually going to do them, and I'm going to let you know in advance. So if you want to join in live, you can. Nobody does unless they have a question. So if you have a question, then I'll announce when I'll be doing the recording, and you can log in at the beginning, and we can answer your question before I start the recording. So that's a good way to get a hold of me. And then this course will every recording will be added to the playlist. This is a YouTube playlist. Right now, I've just got some stuff on there that you're going to need to know sometime, like how to export your Eclipse project if you want to open it back up again. And this is a little video on your lab number 3 to so you can see what you're supposed to hand in and so on. Anyway, so that's and then this video will be the next one on this playlist. So and I expect to upload the video the same day after I record them. And of course, you are responsible for watching the videos. So there are some tricks that can help you zip through them faster. Namely, you can see what I'm talking about on the screen, and you can skip stuff that you already know already. If you want to have a Zoom meeting, we can do that. Emailing me is I check my email, dozens of times a day. Text messaging is actually the best way to get a hold of me because I see it right away. First time you text me, tell me who you are, and then I'll put you in my contacts. There's a teaching assistant. His name is Bradley. He's going to be grading all the labs. This is a 4-credit class, and so one credit is the lab, and so you'll see the lab assignments, and he's going to be taking care of those. This is a textbook. I'll show you that in a moment. It costs $77, and you gotta buy it before a certain time. Do I say that anyway? No, I think you have pretty much close to the end to buy. Well, anyway, you got to buy it because all the assignments are done in the textbook. So you have to buy it to do the assignments. This is the schedule. Okay, so in the textbook, there's when it's just go over chapter 1 again. It's the same textbook as in 111 that you took first session, and except for there's more chapters added at the end, and the chapters that you had in 111 are all set to optional. You'll see that in a moment. And so, but I do go over a little bit of chapter 1. I go over a little bit of chapter 5, the arrays. This is a data structures class, so it's all about data structures, and arrays is the simplest, and then we get into collections, and then we get into all of these abstract data types, trees and heaps and graphs and binary search trees. Yeah, that's these. Okay. And so it's all taken from the book. I'm not going to do too much lecturing out of the book because the book does a very good job of explaining things. It's designed where you don't have somebody going over it for you. I may confuse you, but of course there may be times. I will usually do some challenge activities, and so then I'll go over in the textbook where the information is to be able to do the challenge activity. And then with labs to the Xylabs, I may briefly go over sections in the book to prepare you to do the labs. All right. Now, the first thing you have to do in this course, the most important thing is you have to do participation verification. So go in here, click on start a new conversation, type in and answer one of these questions. Anyone. I don't know. I'm just being dumb here. I'm going to copy this, put it there, and say getting a bad grade. I don't know. So so there, I'm done. Now I'm not going to be disenrolled July 11th. Okay, you have to do this. It's a federal requirement now for universities that are getting money from the government to do this participation step, and so that's why you're having to do it in all your classes. When I announce when I'm going to make the videos, it'll come in an announcement, and you'll be emailed through this thing. Announcements. There isn't anything there now. I'm going to wait till the beginning of the class before I start doing announcements, because really technically it's June 22nd today, and the class doesn't start until July 5th. Here are the lab assignments that that Bradley is going to help you with. And the first one, for example, is they're all done on Eclipse. And so first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to, if you don't have Eclipse on your computer already, you download it here. And then you can follow this tutorial. The first part of the assignment is to make a Hello World program and show that it's running. And this is an Eclipse screen right here. And so I think I'm going to make this smaller. It's hard to see. And so this is what it should look like. And then I want you to get lab 5.14 running, and I'll show you where that is in the textbook. Just get it running. You have it running in Zybooks. You take it out and you pop it right in here, and you get it running. This assignment is to show me that you're familiar with Eclipse. And this is what I want you to hand in. I want you to hand in a screenshot of the Hello World. It's going to look just like this, except it's going to have your stuff right here, right along here. That's going to be your signature. And then an export of the project, and you can watch this short 1.5 minute video on how to export your Eclipse project. And then I also want to see a screenshot of the array statistics program. That's this one. It's going to look just like this. And then an export of that one. And you attach them down here. I've attached these two. This is my Hello World, and I've attached it. Looks like this. It might be the same one. I don't know. And then I also the archive of my Hello World project, and the video shows you how to do that. And so that's how you hand stuff in for the lab. And on every lab, I have examples of what your thing has to look like when you're ready to hand it. And examples of the screenshots. So, for example, in this one, you should have a screenshot that looks like this. Sometimes I might ask you to do a video. I think maybe only once. But anyway, I show you an example of the video here, and so I hope it's very clear and self-explanatory. If you look at the grade book, the textbook has got these participation activities where all you have to do is click through them. Challenge activities are the very simple little exercises where you have to answer the question correctly, and it grades it right there. And if you don't answer the question correctly, it comes back with a similar question, not exactly the same question, and you get another chance. For all these things, you can do them. You can submit as many times as you want until you get the points. Same with the labs. If you're taking 111, if you took 111 last term and you had Xi labs, you know what those are, and you get points for those too. I don't know if you got points for participation activities in 111, but you do in 211. It's worth 20% of your grade. And so I want you to click through them. Okay. All right, let's take a quick look at the textbook in case you haven't seen it. And costs 77 bucks. And it looks kind of like this. This is sort of a scaled down version that I can create for myself, but I don't think you have like my class and stuff. But so by clicking through, I mean, you know, so I want you to click through this section 1.1 and just, you know, run these animations. I ran this animation. I got the check. You answer these questions, and if you're really in a hurry, and you just click show answer twice, and there's the answer, and you can put this is cheating, you know, but the idea is that you won't do this, and you'll actually take this halfway seriously and read it and understand it. And you do these exercises, and you learn stuff. So these are the participation activities. By the way, if you click right here, you can, this thing drops down. There's challenge activities. I think there's one at the end of 1.2 here. And they look a little different. They're like this. And you start and you answer the question, and you click check, and you get the answers. You get the answer correct or not. If not, it gives you another chance. And so click through those, and it's not for all the chapters. It's just for the sections that I've made where you get points for them. And you've probably done this already in 111, so these are just really free easy points, and so you're kind of dumb not to do them. Just do them. I have assigned these 4 labs at the end of chapter 1, which maybe you've done, but it really gets you familiar with how Zybooks works and how Zybooks grades these Zylabs. And it also reminds you on how to do input and output. If you're coming from, if you're taking 211, but it's a second course, programming course, but if the first programming course you took was not Java, if it was some other language like Python, this is where this chapter 1 is very valuable, because it quickly introduces you to simple Java programs, and you can pretty quickly see it's all a syntax. The difference in languages is all syntax. That you can do the same things. You think about object-oriented programming and classes and methods and properties and all that. It's the same in all languages. It's just that the way you write it is different. So anyway, this is good because it tells you how to do input and output. This is how you do input. This is how you do output. It's different. It's quite a bit different than a language like Python. So so that's what chapter 1 is, and then I leave you all of these for reference. There's nothing in there that you have to look at. Arrays is pretty important, so I have you go over this whole. I have you click through arrays all over again quickly, and you get points for it. So it just reminds you, it reinforces that you've used them in 111, and now let's look at this. This is a data structures course. You're going to start with the simplest data structure that's available in all languages, named in Python. Arrays are called lists. Kind of confusing, but. And then after arrays, that's where the languages start to become different. And so we're going to talk about after arrays. Let's close this up. It's collections. Collections covers all the rest of the data structures. And it's, these names are not any, these are, you know, with funny names. This is associative array right here. This is associative array. If you're a PHP, it's called an associative array. If it's a Python, it's called a dictionary, and in Java, it's called a hash map, so on. We aren't going to do any graphical user interface, but the sections are there. You can go through them. And then this is where the real important stuff of this course comes from. We're going to spend most of the time in this: searching and sorting, algorithmic analysis, how to compare performance of different algorithms, and the trees, data structure, binary search trees, data structures, heaps, which is a tree, type of tree, and then graphs, which are, connected and so on. Graphs look like this, whereas trees, roll down. So that is the textbook. I think I've covered pretty much everything. Covered the syllabus. As far as handing stuff in late, for all the auto-graded stuff, Zybooks, these due dates are highly recommended, but I don't take off points if you hand them in late. It may show a 0 on the gradebook classic for a while, but then the next time I do grades, and I'm going to do them pretty quickly, pretty often, then it'll get updated then. But they have to be done before the last day of class is the last day that you can have everything done, because then I have to do the final grades and everything. And so that's the auto grade stuff. The labs are different. The labs are graded manually. They're graded by Bradley, and so Bradley will grade labs after these dates, sometime after these dates. But then once he grades them, then after that, if you haven't handed it in by then grading it after that is a special thing, so that's where Bradley Bradley may take off some points. Small, way worth it that you do it, but the fact that it's manually graded, you have to give him time to do the grades before I have to submit the grades. And then these are the lab assignments here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. These here. All right. Well, I may make another video before the class begins, but the real stuff starts July 5th. And but you can go ahead and get going now. Purchase the textbook and work ahead. And we'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks for watching.